lucky stiffs you. Oh my gosh. This is the moment you wait for. You wait to have somebody like Joe Bartnick talking to you. He's the coolest dude ever. I've been talking to him on Facebook here and there. And he's here today. You know, like this was so last month, right? I'm sorry, Sinbad, I had to do it. Now, Comic Spot was created so this military veteran can vet out veterans of comedy. Do you get that, you guys? Like, I want to vet them out. I want to make them prove their worth. You know, like I'm going to put you through the mill. I mean, stay relaxed, but you're going to go through a lot in the next 20, Joe.
So like Navy SEAL training for comedy, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm like the drill sergeant of comedy.
Uh-oh. I don't want to get rotten crouch from you, you know, from putting my balls in the sand too long.
So let me read you the intro he gave me, because I have to quote him by law or he could sue me for being hack. I don't know why I say that, but I do. Anyway, Joe Bartnick, doing comedy 23 years. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You guys, 23 years. Played all around the world, including frickin' Madison Square Garden. How many is that? 50,000 people? Huh, Joe?
Like 19,500.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah. When it gets past I don't know, a couple hundred in a club, you know.
I thought you said 50,000, so I didn't want to say 50,000. It's a little lot. 15,000, you're closer. Closer.
Really?
Yeah.
It feels like 50,000.
It felt like it, you know, it was in the round. So it felt a lot closer than you would think. A lot of times I've been lucky enough to play big theaters and even hockey rinks with some, some major headliners. And when it goes all one way, like a regular concert, you really feel like there's a billion people there. But when it's in the round, it's way more personal.
Thank you for telling me that, because my dream is to one day do comedy at Madison Square Garden. And I don't care if it's in the ladies' bathroom. I will put it on my resume. You just watch me. So he's done Madison Square Garden, the Fabulous Forum, and seen on Golf Live, and heard on Puck Off, a top hockey podcast. Say that 6 times fast. A top hockey podcast. Oh my God, I'm sure they're talking about the Las Vegas Storm changing their name to something else, or Las Vegas, whatever it is with a V. I don't know. When it gets to a V, I get confused. You know, female body parts in hockey. What the fuck?
Ah, there you go. Well, the hockey team in Las Vegas is called the Golden Knights, so I think they're safe.
Yeah.
Unless Gold Lives Matter is protesting outside. I don't know. The guy who sprays himself gold and stands and begs for change. I don't know. If he's protesting, then they might have to fall to the cancel culture.
Yes. What is your favorite thing to talk about when it comes to hockey? Because I've never listened to a hockey podcast, but I'm going to listen because I'm a sports nut.
Just the games themselves, and the matchups, which unfortunately we haven't had for about 4 months. So I'm sure you know Fraser Smith. He's my co-host. Oh, wow. And we call it, when there's no hockey in the summer, we call it summer programming. And we come up with like greatest all time centers or teams or games or villains. So we've been doing a lot of that lately. But now we're back to talking about the matchups because they're starting up in 3 weeks. So very excited.
Who's your favorite hockey team of all time and your favorite one right now, Joe?
Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins. I grew up in Pittsburgh. They will always be my favorite hockey team. The Kings are my mistress. Everyone's allowed to have a mistress, but the Penguins are my wife. They're my blood.
That is adorable. I love that. So when it comes to hockey, what do you like? If you ever take a woman with you to a hockey game, you notice the thing men notice, those things, and a woman notices, like, look at that hot guy cleaning the ice, right?
My wife is enamored with all the most hockey players are good looking, actually, because they're all young, and and they're all in complete shape. So my wife enjoys watching the games and she calls them all kids because they're all like 22 years old. Like, look at that kid, he looks so cute. And she's from New England, so they all look like they're from New England. But yeah, well, most women can't believe the speed of the game. Not just women, men. When you go see a game live, the speed and the skill is insane. It's not the same as on TV. You don't. It doesn't. Whatever the word would be on TV, it doesn't look like they're going as fast as they really are. When you're sitting there, you're like, oh my God! And what they can do with their hands, their hand-eye coordination, and then to do it when people are trying to hurt them, it's the best game there is.
Yeah, what's up with the hurting thing?
Well, it's like any other sport, boxing, MMA, football. You try to get a physical advantage, and if you can run someone through the wall and get it, then, or at least let them think you are. Intimidation's a big factor.
So, have you played hockey?
Yeah, I only played. Growing up in Pittsburgh, pre-Mario Lemieux, there was like 2 hockey rinks, and my parents didn't have the money or the incentive to get up at 4 a.m. and take me to hockey. So we always played street hockey all the time. So I got sweet hands. But as I got older, we used to have a hockey. All the comics. We used to get together and play street hockey, or not street hockey. I'm sorry, ice hockey in Burbank. Like me and Ian Bagg and Bill Burr and Steve Byrne and lots of other guys. But just to name a few, yeah. And then everyone got too famous to come on Monday nights at 2 a.m. So
they ghosted you.
Yes, they did.
What the puck?
I was actually the first one to start being like, I don't know, I got to catch a plane in 3 hours. I don't want to sprain my ankle. I got to be in Phoenix. And then all of a sudden, it's like more and more people started showing up less. So with way more important things than gigs in Tucson. But
what kind of day jobs have you held down along your illustrious career? Because holy criminy, you've done comedy in Madison Square Garden. That literally is one of my life goals. I will not feel like I've accomplished anything until I'm doing comedy at Madison Square. You've done it. So what?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, me and my great friend, we're all great friends over there. But me and Paul Verzi were just like brothers, and we both got to open for Bill Burr, and we were backstage, having a cocktail when Bill was on stage crushing. And we both had great sets. Really, we both really did. I wouldn't just say that. That's the whole point. I just want to do good. I don't care anything else. I want to do good. And we bursted back and we toast each other. And I'm like, it's never going to get better than this. And it never has.
I can't imagine it getting better. How do you
as far as day jobs go, I haven't had a real job in 20 years. But before all this, I think the reason I became a comic was I couldn't do anything else because I tried every other crap job there is. I don't know if we can swear on this or not, but
yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, I mean real shit jobs. So it's funny. I always think it's funny the kids, and you probably call them kids too. The kids that, especially when I was starting out, that were maybe from rich parents or just out of college, and they were like, "This is terrible." It's like sitting in an airport for 4 hours reading the same USA Today is not hard. Digging ditches every day in the heat—that's hard work. Like. Comedy's never hard work. It could be like, whatever mind F work, but never hard work. I mean, sometimes you're battling out a script or a roast joke or whatever, but I don't know. It's all fun and games. That's why this whole thing going on now, the cancel culture and people going after comedians, it's all supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, go get a job.
Yeah. I'm really confused about the cancel culture because I now, am I supposed to keep my World Book Encyclopedia yearbook or stop?
Yeah.
Stupid cancel culture. Me Too movement. Give me a break. If they were baby boomers,
Oh yeah. My thing with the Me Too movement is, watch me get in trouble, is I think the Me Too movement got really just full of itself, like, oh my God, like Bill Cosby is a freaking monster. But, some guy, some horny, 25-year-old hitting on you is, that's just men and women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot in between before we have to cancel, like, my feature act for talking to a waitress between shows,
Thank you. Like the Me Too movement has become the Hillary Clinton running for president. Like when she was running for president, she overshot her wads so many times nobody wants, so they've canceled her ass.
No.
Over and over. She wants to run for president. She's gonna say something stupid, and everybody's gonna turn against her. Don't forget, you're a woman. You can only say so much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was a little confused there for a second. Yeah. Well, what's the double standard? If a woman acts tough, she's a bitch. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pro women, and that's what I think is harsh. Is I think so many people are really on your side in a lot of respects, but then it's like I think in a lot of movements, and then the movements get where they keep pushing. And it's like people are like, hey, I was for you not wanting to be Bill Cosby, but you have to let the guy hit on you.
Thank you. Do you know how my self-esteem has taken a nosedive because nobody's been able to hit on me? Do you understand?
I bet.
Like, please hit on me. Please. Just once. Gosh, things I have to resort to get a man to notice me. They don't even want to hold a door open for a woman no more.
Really? I still do that. I believe in chivalry.
Me too. Yeah. I'm from the old days, the 50s. Like we didn't have Gloria all red. This was all red all the time. Yeah, enough with the shtick. So there's a saying in comedy that you need to know how to read the room. And we all kind of get it in a bar or a club. You get a feel. How in the hell, Joe, do you read Madison Square Garden? But did you go up first, or did your other comedy friend go up before you?
No, I went first. In the Forum. I went second, which I think is better. But in a lot of respects, when you play these big places, they all paid their $80 to see the big guy or the big girl. So it's almost better to get out of the way when you're like, hey, wait, we should be seeing Bill by now. But Verzi crushed, and we each did just 12 minutes, so then no one got sick of us. But the only two times I've ever really worked out my set besides television stuff was when I did the Forum in Madison Square Garden, because I really go on stage as, we'll see where it goes. But I don't need 18,000 New Yorkers to think I was going to say, or this guy's nervous. So I just went up with the 12 minutes I was going to do, and that was it. And I just was going to plow through this. And it's funny, one of my only two comps, because I just was so concerned on, most of my friends knew Bill or Paul anyway, so I didn't have to, but I yelled whatever. He called me a fag. He yelled it, and I heard him just because he's funny. I won't give his name out, but it was funny. And I remember thinking, do you think I'm going to follow that? Like after, you think that's going to rock me, But I didn't know it was him. I felt 2 days later, because that was me. I'm like, that was so funny because it was so clear. But yeah, no, I just went out and it wasn't about reading a room. It was just about demolition. There was no nuance. It was like, here's the 12 minutes I want to do, which I actually did different than the Forum, because the Forum I did some kids jokes, and in Madison Square Garden I did some racial material, because I felt like I'm going to be Muddy Waters at Folk Fest. Like I'm going to do the stuff that's going to make them remember me. And
did it work?
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, it really did. It was like I won't name drop, but a lot of good compliments from a lot of big people. They liked it. It was fun.
That's great. What do you have as a goal in your life? Like you've done Madison Square Garden.
Well, I mean, I opened for Bill Burr. Bill Burr did Madison Square Garden. I just got to enjoy the shit out of it. I sold no tickets. I had two comps. Bill sold 19,500 in the round, like Sinatra. Before all this crap, I was getting Bill Burr was, how he produces specials for Verzi and Jessica Kirson. He was going to produce a special for me in August, which obviously that not happening. So before that was just to have a killer special and see where that helps me, because I've been working on this new hour for a few years, and I thought it was really cooked perfect, like just enough. But now I think half that hour is gone, because who remembers going to a gym now? Hey, remember we used to go to gyms? Remember we used to do this? So I don't know if it's going to cap out of this. I don't know. Everything's on hold. I don't know where you stand, but I haven't gotten crazy about it. or like felt bad about. I'm not letting myself just go down this rabbit hole of it's all over, but it may be all over. Like, I have no idea.
I don't know.
It seems like it is.
You know, what I find kind of sad, but I see the funny in it, is every comedian you talk to was just getting ready to be something great, and then the shutdown happened. I mean, everybody has that story of, damn it, if the world wouldn't have shut down, I would be somewhere.
Yeah.
It's getting funny. It's like I don't know, like you never hear anybody say, I was just getting ready to get to third base with this girl. It's always comedy, comedy got stopped, nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope the venue that we picked to do my special is going to be open next year, so who knows where the theater is going to happen, who knows with anything. So I don't know.
Do you have places on the internet where you want all the masses of my friends and my one fan to follow you? I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm begrudgingly on Instagram, whatever. I don't know. If you like hockey, listen to Puck Off. If you don't, don't. I don't. Nothing going on. I'm not doing any shows in the drive-in movie theater. I'm not doing Zoom shows. I'm doing Zoom interviews, Zoom talk shows, Zoom. Hey, let's all sit around and bitch about what it could have been. But doing my sets in Zoom, I'm not into that. I'm not knocking anybody who is. No.
It's just not for me. It's just not for me.
Well, here's what I've found out is those who have arrived in comedy or are at a certain level or above, what the heck? they're like, what? But us people that are going from mic to hosting, or hosting to maybe feature here and there and not get arrested, we need it. I don't think you need it.
I mean, I'm certainly getting rusty. I just don't see how talking into my computer is helping me. Like, and then it's out there. Someone wanted me to do a show for X amount of money. It's like, yeah, but I'm going to put this on a special and I'm going to give it to you. I mean, I know I'm all hacked everywhere and there's stuff of mine you can see half my act anyway, but still, I don't know. I'm just not into doing that. And I've done enough outside shows to know I don't like outside shows. And if this is all whatever, I had a good run. Like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I may feel different. I may feel different in a year than I do now. But right now, I'm still like, I don't know. I don't know how you feel, but I miss hanging out with my friends, and I miss killing. But I don't miss just being on stage. If it's just being on stage, I don't miss that. I don't need that attention. I miss killing on stage. I miss doing well, having a new joke work, but just being on stage and having a bunch of people look at me, it doesn't matter. I don't need it that bad.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
but everyone's different though. Some people are like, I miss it so bad. It's like, oh, cool.
Yes. I'm having fun with the Zoom, it's like, what else am I going to do? I'm 69. I got no job.
You're 69? Oh my God, you look amazing for 69.
Thank you.
I was born in 69.
I was just going to say that. I graduated from high school in 69 and I'm 69 years old. Isn't that something? That should be a joke and I don't know a punchline for it.
There you go. Well, you have a long time to worry about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you won't be 70 by the time you have to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a weird coinky-dink.
Yeah. When is your birthday?
March 19th. I'm a Pisces. What about you?
Oh, I'm a Scorpion. So you have a lot of time to go then, at least.
Yeah.
You have a whole nother year. So you'll think of something.
Yeah. I'll just pretend I'm always 69 like Jack Benny.
Oh, is that what he always did?
He was always 29.
Oh, he's before my time.
Yeah, as an old reference, I do that. It's like talking.
I've heard of him. Some people don't even know who, like, some kids are like, who's David Letterman? It's like, what are you talking about? But I've heard of Jack Benny,
Yeah. You know what I loved about Jack Benny? He would stretch out the time making you wait for a punchline.
Oh, some people say I do that too.
Really?
Well, it never comes, you know. It's a joke. Stay with me. This is why I'm not doing Zoom shows.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. So you have a wife. Do you have children, Joe?
I have one daughter.
How old?
She's 16.
Whoa.
Yep.
Is she invincible? Is she still in the nothing could ever happen to me stage, or is she pretty woke and dope?
She's tough. She's great. She does karate too, and she's a really good athlete, but she goes to art school, so it's not really utilized at art school. I find more of the younger kids, either their parents or have been brainwashed or whatever. My daughter, not so much, but her more than me and my wife, as far as being scared of the pandemic. But a lot of her friends, some of her friends are really freaking scared of this pandemic, and it's like, you're young, don't even worry about it,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then people have to argue about what they feel and what they think and how they interpret it. And like, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to out myself here. So people think, oh my God, Barney, you're an asshole. When I'm out and I walk my dog, I don't wear a mask. I stay 6 feet away from people. When I'm inside, I wear a mask. It's like, I respect the place of business. I respect your inside, wear a mask. I don't see the big deal. If you're inside, wear a mask. If you're outside, do what you want to do. You're outside. Yeah. Stay 6 feet away from people. But
I don't want to out myself either, but that's what I do. If I'm not around people and I'm outside, I want to breathe.
Yeah. I just don't, we live in a really nice part of town, and you just see these like families of 4, or maybe not 4, but like 3. And these little like 5-year-olds are on their bikes, like with masks on. It's like, I don't want my kid to that's just such a terrible way to live. They'd be like, they're not going to get sick. They're not going to get it. I know. I'm like, people like, you're delusional because 1 in a billion. It's like, you live your life.
I told you I'm 69 years old.
Yeah.
And I find it really.
I think you just keep saying that because you're hot for 69. So people are just like, you're just rubbing it in, all those ugly 69-year-olds. Just like, yeah, see.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the men aren't rubbing anything in. Anyway, so I digress.
Hey now. Well, they should be wiping it off. They're rubbing it in.
So I think it's really crazy how I'm 69 years old, and this is the first time in 69 years that every man I've seen is wearing protection.
Nah.
That's my
there
line.
you go. There you go.
So, yeah.
It used to just be the Asian guys.
You've been a doll to come on here. Will you do me a great big favor and send me any places, any links where you want traffic? Because believe it or not, I'm starting to get traffic from this day job thing I have here.
Yeah. Whatever you want me to say.
Like website, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, podcast, all the links.
Oh, okay. It's not much. I don't even know. Whatever. It's what it is.
Do you want to just say it and I'll write it down? I didn't write it a minute ago.
Sure. This is gripping Facebook Live material.
This is it, you guys. It doesn't get better.
So. It doesn't get better. Me listing my social media. Okay.
If they bitch, I'm gonna do a TED Talk.
Yeah. So at Joe Bartnick for Hotmail. I'm sorry, at Joe Bartnick for Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
And Mr. Joe Bartnick for Instagram.
Okay.
And if you like hockey, plug Puck Off. Puck Off.
What's it called again?
Puck Off. All one word. I'm
so glad that you used a pun, because when a baby boomer uses one, they get eye rolls.
Oh, I think what's funny. It's Fraser. That's Fraser's name. He invented it. People love that name. It's easy to remember.
It is. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You can send Fraser and Bill Burr to me. I'll treat them right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you should get. If Fraser understood how to use Zoom. Oh, he does do Zoom. Do you know? Do you have Fraser's contacts or whatever?
No.
Oh, I'll let him know.
Thank you so much.
You would have fun. I'll let him know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
One of these
days
I'll be important enough for Bill Burr. Thank you. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody's talking.